Hey everyone, it's Phonics, and today I thought I would go ahead and discuss what my expectations and what I expect for spin-offs on the Super Mario Bros. Movie and a potential sequel in the future. This isn't necessarily a review, I'm just going to talk about different aspects of the the movie, and go ahead and talk about what they could use that for in a spin-off movie and what I want to see in a spin-off movie. I'm not going to be talking much about the movie still, but I am still going to be talking about it. So, spoilers ahead for anyone that hasn't seen it or wants to see it, go see it and then come back and watch this video. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, first things first, I want to talk about a Donkey Kong spin-off. A Donkey Kong spin-off is more than likely the thing I want to see first from the Mario Bros. Movie franchise, or the Mario cinematic franchise, it looks like. I would want to see it in the style of Donkey Kong Country, where you go around completing different levels, they're going through different bosses and such, or they could pull what the Mario Bros. Movie did and do an origin story. Maybe it could start off with Cranky Kong and, Donkey Kong growing up and with his own kids. It would be great to see, and how he, how they control the land, how they found the land to begin with. That would be great. I would love to see that. It definitely could work. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong is great. I hope they keep him for as long as they have this cinematic franchise for Nintendo and for the Mario Cinematic Universe in general. So yeah, overall, a Donkey Kong spin-off would be the first thing I want to see. More Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong in the style of Donkey Kong Country. That would be great to see. And I hope they release more movies soon, because the Mario movie first got announced back in I think before COVID, before 2020, and here we are 4 years later and now we finally have the movie. So hopefully it doesn't take that long. Hopefully we'll only have to wait about a 2.5 to 3 years at most for the next movie. But I do understand, quality over quantity, all that type of stuff when it comes to movies and video games and everything as a whole. But overall, yeah, Donkey Kong spin-off, have it as either an origin story or a level progression like with a Donkey Kong Country theme. That would be great to see. Thing I would want to see for a spin-off is a Luigi movie, or Luigi's Mansion movie, I should say. They could do a Luigi's movie as well. That would be cool. Luigi going on his own adventure arc. That'd be very cool to see. I would love to see that. Overall, I thought Charlie Day's performance was pretty good as Luigi. Luigi isn't as involved in this movie. I mean, of course, he is the damsel in distress. He's not, it's not Peach this time around. Peach is the one actually training Mario, in the form of, the Mario Bros. Comics back in, the 80s or 90s, where Peach, was somebody, she actually saved Mario at one point in those comics. It would be, and, I do like the route that they're going in. It's different. And for a Luigi's Mansion movie, I do think it would work out a little differently though, because how Luigi, he's known for being the coward. He's always the first one to go away or step away from a situation. And at the end of the Mario Bros. Movie, it seems that he's definitely developing into a braver aspect. So hopefully it depends, because Luigi, of course, Luigi and Mario, they haven't seen really any ghosts in Mario Bros. I don't think they haven't really seen any ghosts in general. So who knows, maybe it would spark a different reaction in Luigi, and he would have to save Mario, and maybe, well no, actually, Luigi, there would be a Professor Egad in Luigi's Mansion movie, because Peach couldn't train Luigi, obviously. I don't know why Peach would have anything to know with ghost busting out of everything. So it would definitely be Egad. That would definitely work as a story. Luigi's Mansion is one of my most favorite Mario spin-offs of all time, and a Luigi's Mansion movie would be great to see. It follows the story. Luigi is going through the different levels. He meets up with Egad. They could do something similar with the Luigi's Mansion 1 story, where he gets a flyer to go to a contest and Mario and Luigi meet up there. Mario goes in first, but he gets tricked by King Boo. He gets trapped into a painting, and now Luigi has to get Egad's help. And Luigi, instead of like having the hut literally right in front of the mansion, maybe Luigi will actually have to go on a little adventure to find Egad and get the help that he needs to save Mario. That would be very cool to see. And overall, yeah, it would just help branch out a different spin-off series as a whole, because then we could have a Luigi's Mansion movie series as well, along, like I said, with the Donkey Kong spin-off series being its own movie series as a whole, rather than just one movie based on it. Now, next thing I would like to see is a Bowser origin story. It would be cool to see a Bowser's origin story, in that it would show how Bowser met Kamek, the Magic Koopa, Magic Koopa is basically like his sidekick throughout the Mario Bros. Movie. It would be very cool to see how they both met, and overall, how did Bowser, you know, just got the way he was? Why did he want the plan to take over the world? Because the Mario movie doesn't explain that really. Like, of course, it's the origin story of Mario and Luigi. It's not necessarily about, you know, Bowser. Bowser definitely got sidelined a little bit, and yeah, he's the main villain, but he's still like, it's not necessarily just focusing on Mario and Bowser fighting. Like, of course there is a lot to do in the movie, which is fun, but I think it would be cool to see a Bowser origin story, just see how he got there. Also, another thing, in a Bowser spin-off series, Bowser spin-off movie, or even a Mario movie sequel in general, they should add the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. They probably do have them. They probably do have plans for them, but they're just saving it for like a sequel or a spin-off for Bowser. It would be great to see, because, you know, Mario then has to go after different targets and not just Bowser. And then in the origin story, it could explain, you know, how he found the Koopalings, or the Koopalings aren't necessarily Bowser's children, or they could be, but they could make it to be an aspect like that. But still, it would just be cool to see how they could make that aspect work. And I love Jack Black's Bowser as much as I love Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Both of them, I felt like, stole the movie. Like, every scene they were in, they pretty much stole whenever they were in a scene. Just them. I would love to see a movie with just Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong and Jack Black's Bowser. They're just interacting for each other for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. That would be great to see. But yeah, Bowser's origin story would be great to see as well. Next is going to dive into what the post-credit scenes are. Now, the end credit scene, the mid-credit scene isn't anything special. You just get to hear, or it actually is very special, you get to hear Jack Black singing in his Bowser voice. So fantastic. Again, would love to see a origin Bowser story, just to see him for a whole hour and a half, just 2 hours. Actually, no, make it 3 hours. I would like to see that. By the way, in any of these spin-off movies, or, you know, sequels, whatever they decide to make in the future, it definitely needs a longer runtime, because the Mario movie did feel like, this is a minor side note, but the Mario movie at times did feel like a lot of the scenes were like very like fast. Like, they should have, a longer runtime definitely would have helped them out. Again, I did like that they crammed a lot of the stuff in there, but a lot of the scenes, some scenes definitely could have helped with a longer runtime. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I think it would be very cool to see them do a Yoshi movie, because the end credit scene is Yoshi hatching from an egg. And it's a cool scene, but it would have been so much more impactful if they didn't have a scene in the middle of the movie literally showcasing a full family of Yoshis. And I think it's cool because it shows that Yoshis, of course, do exist in the world, and it gives a hint that Yoshi will be a part in future sequels and also in a own Yoshi spin-off series. I think it would be very cool to see a Yoshi's Family spin-off movie. Again, it could work. Like, Nintendo's Nintendo. Like, even though it's Illumination making it, the same people that brought Minions into the world, I think with Shigeru Miyamoto's help, being a part of a lot of the projects and being a majority and helping a lot with the Mario Bros. Movie, he could make it work. He definitely could make it work where a Yoshi's Family, a Yoshi's Movie would be great on its own, or just Yoshi, you know, just keep him as a side character in a sequel for the Mario Bros. Movie. Either or, I would be very glad to see. Just a minor gripe that I have is that they could have made the scene so much more impactful if they didn't have a mid-scene showcasing Yoshi's in the background. That's one of my biggest gripes of the movie. Like I said, it was just disappointing to see them do that, because if they just saved it till the very end, if they didn't show any Yoshis throughout the whole movie, it would have been great to see them. It would have been great to see the reveal in that way rather than seeing them already mid-movie. Last idea I wanted to talk about is a sequel to the Mario Bros. Movie. First of all, we are going to bring in, we're going to keep Mario and Luigi. Mario and Luigi are going to be the two main protagonists in this movie. I don't want Luigi to be a damsel in distress anymore. I want someone else to be a damsel in distress. Bowser escapes from the room that he's captured in at the end of the Mario Bros. Movie. He escapes, he becomes all big and powerful, you know, he gets back to his regular size or bigger. That's what she said. But anyways, that could definitely work. You know, Peach is still Peach, she's still there in the movie. They could also add people like Wario and Waluigi as henchmen. That would be great to see. And what I would want to see, I would want to see them go through different worlds, like at the actual games. And they still have a Mario Kart segment. The Mario Kart segment was definitely very fun in the Mario Bros. Movie. They should definitely keep that. But they should, of course, they meet Yoshi along the way. Like, they actually talk to them, they ride them. That sounded very bad. But they use the Yoshis throughout their journey. It would be very cool to see, like in the games. And overall, like I said, just keep the same premise of the movie, but just expand onto it. Like I said, the damsel in distress, instead, maybe they could introduce like Daisy as a mainline character, like somebody that's more put into it. And you know, Wario and Waluigi are trying to stop Mario and Luigi from saving Daisy or the damsel in distress and defeat Bowser. Again, because of course Bowser will be back. He's not dead. He wasn't burned alive or anything. He was just defeated by Mario and Luigi. He wasn't killed or anything. And of course, like if anything, the Mario Bros. Movies taught us is that no matter what, Bowser is literally immortal. He keeps coming back no matter what. So overall, that would be very cool to see. And overall, yeah, I would also like to see them do a premise where there's a scene, or they do this in a new movie entirely, where there's a scene in the movie where Mario and Peach are talking, and Peach is talking about how there's different planets, there's different galaxies, universes. That would be cool to see if Bowser they do a Mario Galaxy premise, because in the Mario movie, they do a whole Odyssey premise where one of Bowser's biggest goals is to marry Peach. And in this movie, he tries to conquer different galaxies and the planets, not just ruling over the Mushroom Kingdom. So he's an even bigger threat in the sequel, rather than just the Mario movie where his only real plan was to just marry Peach and rule over the world or something. Why rule over the world when you can try to rule over literally the entire other planets and galaxies and the whole universe as a whole, and other universes that he could conquer? It'll be cool to see them try to stop them if they're going through different galaxies, and then they could meet up Rosalina on the way, along with Lumas and all this different stuff. Again, I know it's a lot, but I mean, hey, if they were able to cram as much as they could in the Mario movie in just an hour and a half, pretty much, with the longer runtime, they could definitely make everything I just said work. They could definitely make it all possible. Matter of question is, what are they going to do first? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. What do you think that they are planning, or Nintendo and Illumination are planning to make on next? Do you think they are going to do a Mario sequel first? Do you think they're going to start a spin-off series automatically with Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong or Charlie Day with Luigi's Mansion? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the Mario movie, if you've already seen it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments as well what your ideas are. What do you think will happen? What do you think of my personal ideas? What would you change about them? What would you keep? And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you all in the next video, hopefully. Consider subscribing. I appreciate the support. I know I don't say it in my videos because I hate when YouTubers do that, but I guess I just decided to just do it in this video. So yeah, see you guys. This is like a minute outro, so bye.